Hello, and welcome to Chapter 25 and 26 of my 0% LTC of Justice and Pride. Today's chapters are nearing the end and involve a lot of selling. In fact, the first minute or so is just going to be selling. Well, actually, for a few minutes, really. There's a stat boost or secret shop in this chapter, and because of that, we want to sell basically as much as possible. There's not many remaining things that we have to do with our weapons, inventory, items, everything really. So we can basically sell almost everything. And that's good because we need the money. As I said, money is pretty free, and this is part of why. You get so many free items throughout the game to sell that you don't really need in the endgame once you have work. So it's easy to get a ton of cash. Anyway, now that we finally get to start the real chapter, I have to talk about the fact that I should have been feeding more kills to Adoran. Adoran has Rally Move at level 10, and as one might expect, that's actually pretty useful to get. Therefore, in a lot of these final few chapters, we're going to be feeding several kills to Adoran. In addition, due to the need for another warp user for something small in game 1, we're going to be using some staves in these final couple chapters on Carmen so that she can get A rank in staves. In addition, this also makes this strategy a lot more reliable by using the staves, considering that Archer in the top right is actually pretty dangerous. I should talk about the objective of this map. There are two bosses, both of which are not too scary offensively, but the one in the bottom, defensively, quite annoying. This is due to the fact that he's got Wary Fighter and a ton of HP. So the way we have to defeat him is through a crit. But the crit chance against him isn't very high, due to his very high luck. So what we do is have Theodora get hit on this enemy phase. This is because she has Wrath, and because of Wrath, she is able to get 20 extra crit that she would not get otherwise. With the S rank Animatome and her very high magic stat, she's able to thankfully crit the boss on this after a warp, and is the reason we are able to defeat him. She does need the power relic though in order to do it. As for the eastern boss, he's a sage, and he's not very dangerous, though his annoying defensive skill is that he has a skill which reduces the amount of crit damage he takes, so that instead of taking times 3 damage, he takes times 2 instead. This doesn't actually affect that much though, because due to how strong our newly gained sniper Hestia is, we can easily just kill bow him as long as she's having the speed relic and defeat him. After trading over the gold gem, I should start talking about this secret shop that we're using 80,000 gold on. Sadly, there are no boots to be bought, which would make a lot of the in-game strategies a lot simpler and a lot more one-turned. But instead, we just buy a ridiculous amount of energy rings and a couple angelic robes and a couple speed rings. I won't get into the exact numbers, but it's about 6, I think, angelic robes, 2 speed rings, and 12-ish energy rings. The reason for this are pretty obvious. Stats are important, and a lot of the in-game bosses are very strong. So in order to reliably kill anything in the endgame, we very much need those stat boosters. Here we need Hestia to get at least 1 hit and 1 crit to kill Albert. And that's due to, as I've mentioned, his skill which reduces crit damage from ×3 to ×2. So either way, it's still easily gotten around. And we proceed to Chapter 26. Chapter 26 is another warp skip, and we start off by using some of those stat boosters. We use enough, I think 6-ish energy rings to cap out Theodora's magic, as well as 1 speed ring, as well as the body ring we got back in 20x. All of this is so that she can take on the boss of this chapter, who is quite strong. This first turn is a lot of attacking and trading around relics so that we can feed 2 kills to Adoran. As I mentioned before, we need her to get to level 10 so that we can get Rally Move. I should mention that several of these in-game chapters are going to look like they could have been possibly one-turned, and the reason for this is because a lot of the necessary warp range is just out of reach. If there were more warp uses, it would be possible, or just more rescue uses, or more anything. It could be possible to actually one-turn several of these in-game maps, but sadly, there are just not enough uses. And as I said before, that other warp staff that you can get in 25x is just not worth the like 8 turns you have to spin to get it. While we sit around with this enemy phase following up, I should mention that we are soon coming upon the end of this playthrough, and because of that, I was asked if I was going to do a Don Don style Q&A during the records and whatnot, and because I honestly have no reason not to, other than I don't think I have anything particular to answer about, I'd still like to just put that offer out there, that to ask any questions you possibly want answered in the comments section. Here, thanks to the fact that this is a two-turn strategy, one of the good parts about it is that we are actually able to get Adorn to a spot which allows the hit rate on the boss to be higher than it would be otherwise, which is pretty nice. Either way, Theodora had used that angelic robe specifically because this boss, without the angelic robe, will exactly kill her. As you can tell from the exactly 7 HP she has left now. Either way, that is chapter 26 in 2 turns. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to ask any questions you want in the comment section, and just see you then.